Hey y'all, it's Sharon with southernbellahome.com, my blog and website where I talk all about all things home and homestead. We have a 1900 farmhouse that was moved to its current location in 1926. We have about 7 1/3 acres, a pond, and we're reestablishing the homestead that once was here. Recently, on Easter night, we suffered an F3 tornado on our homestead, and it has been several months of very hard work trying to clean up the mess, reclaim some of the beauty that was here before, and try to solve some drainage issues that the storm created. So today I'm going to take you with me as we work on one particular area of the yard, a very important area, and I'm going to get you to give me some input about what you think we should do, and I'm going to show you our ideas. So stay tuned, and thank you for coming by. What you see behind me is where a 200 to 250 year old, some even said 300-year-old white oak stood. It was beautiful, gave so much shade to our house, and it toppled over in the storm, tearing up everything in this area, including a rock wall garden that was original to our 120-year-old farmhouse. It's only been here 100 years. So this rock wall garden was original, and it was beautiful. Bulbs and irises, all those things. It all got torn up, so it left a massive crater where the tree fell over. We had to get a guy to come out, and he basically flipped the stump upside down and then covered it with essentially red clay. So we're going to take this area and try to beautify our home. You see, we had, right before the tornado, we had started to put the front porch back on this house. It had lost its front porch through the years, and so we had just started doing that and wrapping it around the front of the house. So we had to halt all of that construction and clean up the tornado mess. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make this a beautiful kind of naturalized looking area for bulbs, and tons of tulips and irises and lilies and everything blooming in different times of year, so we have pretty color to look at on the front porch. So I thought I would show y'all the before and then show you as it progresses. So right here, I'm going to give you a little video reminder of what this place looked like after the tornado. Another morning. Since the last clip, we have taken these large river stones that were already here on this property. As a matter of fact, they were right here under this porch that we started before the tornado. We had taken all of these large river stones and stacked them over to the side, and when the tree came down that was right here, it pulled all those stones up in the air. It was a mess. Half of them fell down into the hole where the root ball pulled up. So these stones have had an exciting life ever since we pulled them up. But anyway, kind of our vision. We have a concrete walkway here. Now, do you see where that pump is? Right there we have an artesian well. And this was the original walkway, and there's a stone path under the grass that we're going to be restoring, pulling back out, that went down to that artesian well, and that was the original water source for this home. So that pathway there, we wanted to create a stone walkway that would go all the way across this area. And right there, we created a dry creek bed that would assist in rain drainage off of the driveway. So water drains there and goes down into the front yard to help eliminate a drainage issue that we were dealing with. So anyway, what our vision is, we are creating a perennial garden that will be beautiful when you're sitting on the front porch. Hopefully there will be seasonal color. So what I have in here so far are 2 different types of daylilies. And even though it's the end of the summer, they are still selling daylilies. Now the daylilies won't be alive for long. Here, I didn't mean they won't be alive long. The daylilies won't be blooming much longer, but they are a perennial, so they'll just come back. You see this yellow one that's really pretty, and this one over here is a pink with a yellow throat. So kind of what I'm doing here, my color theme is pink, kind of lavender blue, yellow, and white, which I think will be so pretty in the spring, and to have those pops of color coming up throughout the season. So daylilies bloom like in June. I think that this is just such a beautiful variety of daylily. I love the way that the petals have this little ruffled edge. That makes it so delicate looking to me. And I think this is just like the perfect yellow. It's not too buttery, it's not too stark and lemony. It's just a sweet yellow. And here is the one that I was talking about with the pink edged petals and the yellow throat. It's so pretty, and pollinators are just loving it. I think that'll be really a pretty combination with the solid yellow daylilies. I have irises, both white, blue, and yellow irises. They come up more in the spring, like around March, April. So those will be blooming. There will be yellow daffodils coming up in here. And over there, let's see, right, look at my hand going right. That's vinca. Here's a close-up of what the blossom looks like. It's a good sized little bloom. And that's an annual here. It won't probably come back. Sometimes it reseeds itself, but I plan to do little pops of white color throughout just to kind of trail your eye across the area. And we also, I came up on a really great deal on some Echinacea plants, or purple coneflower. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 plants the other day at Home Depot. They were regular about right at $9, and they were marked down to $3.50, and they were in really good condition. So I thought, you know, I'm all about mixing in herbs and things that are practical along with beautiful. And if you don't know, daylilies, the blooms are edible. So you should look up daylilies. I challenge you to do a little bit of homework about those, because it's really cool to learn that so many things that we use for decorative flowers in our yard can actually be used for edible purposes. My goal for this space is for it to be both beautiful and functional. Things like echinacea, lavender, daylily, all of those things are beautiful, and they will give seasonal color, but they are also useful on the homestead. So the echinacea is great for the immune system. You can dig up the root, but there are other parts of the plant that are also useful. Of course, we all know how many uses there are for lavender. So anyway, you see here's the front porch. There's going to be a walkway coming off of the front porch, going down to the concrete walkway that goes to the artesian well, and then the walkway that goes across to the dry bed. Right here in this big open space here, we plan to put a dwarf fruit tree. Something like a plum or something small that won't get overwhelming to be here at the front porch, but will provide food for our family as well as beauty and a tad bit of shade. And we will do plantings around it. I have read that if you plant a plum tree, it's very advantageous to plant lavender around the plum tree. What the lavender will do is it will keep any kind of moth away from the plum tree, which moths love to build nests in plum trees. So that's the plan, a dwarf plum. Right now that's the plan, unless I find a different tree that I want. I'm going to surround it with lavender, which will carry out the theme of the color that I'm doing. And throughout the rest of the season, I always watch for discounted floral plants, especially perennials. I did a video about that last year that I'll link below. And so I will be watching for more perennials to go on sale, and if they fit in with the color theme, then I will be planting them out here. And our plans are to get cardboard because it's a great weed barrier and it's more natural. We're going to do cardboard and probably the large pine bark nuggets, and we think that'll just be really pretty to try to reclaim an area that really got wrecked by the tornado that hit our homestead on Easter night. So we're trying to make lemonade out of lemons, and we will keep you posted and show you in a different video the final result. And I'll have Todd out here with me to show you all what it looks like once it's all done. Over here to the side of the dry creek bed, we have something growing that volunteered after the tornado. It's this lavender flower. It's so pretty, but I don't really know what it is. You can see what the leaf looks like, and it's kind of tall. It's about 1.5 to 2 foot tall, and it's full of these beautiful little lavender blossoms. So if you know what that is, please leave me a comment below and tell me. Y'all have a wonderful day. And if you're not a subscriber, I sure would appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Click that like button to let me know you want to see more of this kind of content. And also leave a comment and give me some ideas of any other perennials that you think would fit in with this color scheme or be advantageous. Or if you have another idea for a different type of small tree, I would love to hear it. So until we meet again, may the Lord bless and keep y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.